Hi, this is Jamie Magrich coming to you from my craft table today. Stampin' Up! Has like a challenge going on where they're trying want us to try and do, they call it hashtag simple stamping. And right now the challenge is to do a Valentine's card using only paper, stamp, ink, and one punch. So this is the card I came up with. Let me scroll down and show you how to do it. Make sure I got you right. Alright. Okay, this is the card I came up with. Actually, I'm going to turn it off. Put it back on. Okay, this is the card I came up with. It's a clean and simple card. Truly is simple stamping. This is a piece of designer series paper from Christmas time. Let me pull it out so I can tell you the name of it. It is Dashing Along designer series paper. It's a Christmas paper, but it's really pretty, and it's 3/4 of an inch by 5.5 inches. We need a piece of Mary Merlot that is 3.5. I'm pretty sure it's 3.5. Yep, 3.5 by 5.5 inches. Actually, this is a scrap to punch out of, but the Whisper White piece that we're going to stamp on is the 3.5 by 5.5 inches. We have a card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded at 4.25. We're going to be using today the Meant to Be stamp set. We're going to be using this heart, these 3 little hearts, and the Happy Valentine's Day. And we're going to be using the Decorator Ribbon Border Punch, Memento Tuxedo Black ink, Mary Merlot ink, and powder pink ink. And let's get started. Oh, and Tombow glue. Okay, so let me put this aside. And let's start by punching the border. You'll notice on the stamp, on the punch, there's 2 little marks at the bottom here. I'm not sure if you can see them. 2 little marks here. So you're going to line the edge of your paper up with one of those marks and push it into the punch all the way in. That's where you're going to start, and you're going to punch. I'm going to stand up to do this. Okay, then you're going to push it forward and line up the part that you just punched with this silver decorative part here. Get it lined up. Make sure this is still pushed against, and punch. And you're going to keep doing that all the way down till you have the whole paper punched. I think I can do it there. Out of the way so I can get the paper pushed up. Alright, there's our decorative strip. Okay, so this is ready to be put aside to use for another time. Okay, so we're done with the punch. Let's put this aside here. Put all this in the trash. Okay, now we're going to take this piece, and again it's, let's see, 3.5 inches. No, it's 3 3/4 inches by 5.5 inches. Okay, and we're gonna stamp. And we want to remember that this is going to be going here. So we don't want to stamp too close to the edge. We're going to start with this stamp with the little floral image on the side of it. Most of these we're going to stamp with the Mary Merlot. With the exception of the one heart, we're going to stamp with the powdered pink, and we're going to stamp it off. Okay, so we're going to ink this with the Mary Merlot. Make sure it's good and inked. And we want this to be up here in this 1/3. We've got the third here, we've got the third here, and the third here. We're going to do it in this quadrant here. A little bit of an angle. Okay. Perfect. Okay, we're done with that one. Then let's do this other big one so that we get it out of the way, and then we'll fill in with the little ones. And you'll see over here there's a bunch of hearts stamped. That's how I figured out what color I wanted. I wasn't sure. I wanted it to be bright color, but I wanted it to be light. So this is the powder pink and stamped off, Mary Merlot stamped off, Melon Mambo, Blushing Bride, and then the real red. So I ended up with the powder pink. Okay, so we're going to ink up this florally heart, this elongated florally heart. We're going to ink it up. We're going to stamp it off, and then over here we're going to stamp it. Perfect. Okay, we're done with that. Alright, now we need some of these other ones. Let's do this next bigger one, the one with the stripes, again in the Mary Merlot. I'm going to do it down here. Perfect. Now we're going to fill in with these little ones. Let's do one of these little ones with the little flower in it. I'm going to do one of those up here. So we're kind of making a cascade of hearts up the page. And then we're going to fill in with this little heart, a little teeny tiny one. Tap it lightly so you don't get ink all over the edge. Put one here. I'm going to put a couple down here. Perfect. Okay. And then we're done with the Mary Merlot. And then we just need the memento ink to stamp our sentiment. And it's Happy Valentine's Day. This is one of the new cling mount stamps. It sticks very well to your block. Make sure you get your fingers under the sticker part of it to get it off the block or off of the case. Ink it up well. And we're going to stamp that on top of this pink one here, down in this area. And it's alright if it's a little crooked. Perfect. Okay, we're done with our stamping. Now let's assemble our card. What did I do with the other pieces here? There. Okay. Start with our card base. Better crease and get my bone folder out. Okay, much better. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is adhere this piece of Designer Series paper. You'll see it's Christmas on this side. It's alright, this side is pretty neutral, so we're going to use that. Alright, and I'm going to put it right up against this edge of the crease of the card. Center it up top to bottom. If you need to, trim off a little bit off the edge. Flip it over and see if I need to. Maybe a tiny little bit here. Take my snips, snip it off. Alright, now we're going to put on the piece we just stamped. Again, we're using the Tombow. You could step it up by putting dimensionals under this part if you wanted to. It's not, just making a clean and simple card. Line it up with the edge. Alright, now we're going to take our little edge piece and I'm going to use the Tombow. I'm just going to put Tombow on the back of this Not going to be super neat. I'm just doing a real thin line across the bottom there. And we want the little skinny scalloped edge towards the edge here. And we're just going to place it down maybe an 1/8 of an inch from the edge. There we go. That's our card for the day. They're each going to come out a little bit different because it is hand stamped, so each one's going to be a little bit different. But it's clean and simple and easy. It's definitely simple stamping. Well, thank you for joining me at my craft table today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Again, my name is Jamie Magridge. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you would like any Stampin' Up! Products or catalog, just give me a shout. My site is jamiemagridge.stampinup.net, or you can email me at jamiemagridge@yahoo.com, and I would be happy to help you to place an order. Well, again, thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful day.